Hello, if you've clicked on this video, that means you want to watch an Englishman do some treasure hunting in the Great British countryside. Although there is a road here, so I'm hoping I don't get run over. Now, I will be explaining how I'm actually going treasure hunting over the course of this video, and I've brought supplies in my backpack just in case I get lost, which includes lots of water because the sun is absolutely beaming down on me. Now, funnily enough, we are actually approaching the first GPS coordinate of our first geocache, which for the uninitiated is how I'm going to be able to do this treasure hunt. Basically, I'm going to be giving GPS coordinates and small clues and hints in order to find caches of varying sizes, but they tend to be quite small. So this one's led me to what looks like a dumping site, but apparently it's a popular fishing spot, which I'm guessing they fish here in this river, which is quite nice. And the clue is twit twit twoo, which I'm guessing is a sound an owl makes. So I'm looking for a tree, I guess. I mean, it could be up these, but they're too thin, spindly. I mean, this one's obviously massive, so I'm guessing it's going to be this tree. Let's have a look. I'm guessing there's just what, an owl will be hanging here, maybe in an alcove. This is the problem with geocaching, you never know what's gonna happen. Oh, it's been dumped there, okay? I'm allowed to break it. Oh, here it is. An owl. I found it. So hope I'm getting that right. Up close. I'll flip the camera around so I can see what I'm actually getting. There's the owl. Can I hook it off there? There we go, perfect. Let's bring it over here. Now, most geocaches are actually quite small, so they won't contain, any objects or anything like that, but some do. And the general rule of thumb is if you find a geocache and it contains objects and you want to take something with you, you leave something for the next person so they can do the same. So they tend to be just small objects like, I know, Kinder Egg toys, although there are sometimes you can buy coins and put them in, which is slightly more valuable. But this one, for example, if I open it up here, now how I'm going to do this, I'll put my legs here and there we go. It's just going to be, oh, it's empty. Okay, they're not meant to be empty. There's meant to be like a roll of paper and you can write your username on it. And then obviously you write your username and say, I found the geocache, It's just a little bit of fun when you're walking along. And this is in all countries. It's not just the UK, but obviously the UK has quite a lot because there's a lot of, foresty areas that people can walk down. So I'm just gonna put that back up there. Hide it a little bit in the undergrowth. Have a little peek, I've been peeking out. Oh, come on. Have I done it wrong? Come on, peek out, man. Look out this way. Look out. There we go. There we go. Owl successfully planted. Okay, so that's one down. I've selected 4 or 5, so that was the first one. And unfortunately, I've got a feeling the other ones are going to be pretty hard compared to that one because that was pretty obvious where it was. Now, you got to bear with me because I got to pull out. Actually, you know what? I'll revisit you once I got all the info down and we've walked a little bit to the next one. So you haven't got to watch me do everything. All right, see you then. I just realized I probably shouldn't be cutting the vlog like that because by definition a vlog is my raw, unfiltered experience, in this case, walking. So I probably won't do that again, but I've done my research. I saw some people playing poo sticks along here, which reminded me a lot of my childhood. I'm sure all of you know what that is, right? Poo sticks. You pick 2 sticks and then you race them along the river. Typically, you start on one end of the bridge and then wait till they come out the other. Now, the geocache should be up here somewhere, and the clue was danger of death. So I'm guessing, one of them yellow signs with a guy getting struck by lightning up 3 feet. and sneaky, I think they said. So, I mean, that's looking promising. That telephone pole, they usually have them on there. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, look, probably far away. Let me jog up there. The danger of death, man. Now, up 3 feet. That could be a bit dodgy. How far is 3 feet? That's not a lot, is it? Up 3 feet. Sneaky. Is it here? Is it actually here, or am I just 3 feet? Up 3 feet. Is it this one though? That's the question. Or am I just looking up a random pole? I don't know, maybe I have to consult the magic phone. Oh, there's another one up there. Maybe it's up there. Yeah, it's probably up there. Okay, maybe, hopefully that one. Hopefully this one. Just made a fool of myself going up the wrong pole. But hopefully this is the right one. Up 3 feet, danger of death. Look, we've got another danger of death one up there. If you can see, danger of death, up 3 feet. If this is right, that is the most clever geocache I've ever seen. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. I hope I'm not defacing government property and this is actually a geocache, because that will be insane. Come on, unscrew, mate, please. This is possibly one of the sneakiest let me focus. Why is it not? There we go. Possibly one of the sneakiest geocaches I have ever found. Now let me just unscrew that off camera, and as you can see, there's your little what do you call it? Nodule with your paper in it. That is cool. Now this one actually has paper, which is a good sign for ones to come. And then there you go, it fits right back in there. Let's put it back. But look at that. You would not know that's a geocache. It just looks like the official wire piping or whatever you call it. Now let's just stick that up there. Screw it in. Which way do you screw? This way. Just nice and tight. It doesn't fall out. Okay. But not too tight, because otherwise no one will be able to unscrew it because of my humongous muscles, guys. That's why. Wow. Okay, that was a good one. Crazy. Okay, and these are all by the same guy, I should add, all right? So he's done a trail. Typically, most people that make geocaches, they do them in trails. So you find one, and then you continue along the trail, and you find more. Now, the next one is gone, I believe. It was another telegraph pole one, but judging by the recent reviews, I guess you could call it that, basically people, just like how you sign the paper, you put your username on the paper, people also log it on the app, so they can say, I found this after my pub lunch or whatever. And they send pictures, mostly kids holding up the little geocache, quite funny. But you can also say, I didn't find it. And typically, that's a good indication whether a geocache is even still active, because some of these are 10 years old, right? It's a surprise they're still going, although I'm guessing people maintain them or might take over the maintenance job if the original creator just moves away or whatever. But this one specifically, one of the reviews said BT had recently been there and there was loads of loose wires, so I assume they've probably just cleaned it all up. So we're going to skip that one, although it would have been a telegraph pole, much like that, I guess, but hopefully somewhere on the path, because that looks like private property to me. So we're going to skip that one, but I think that still means we've got 2 or 3 more. So we'll just continue along. I'll check the phone now. So just enjoy this lovely scenery of me walking. So what have we got? Telegraph pole. So we're just about to walk past the telegraph pole cache. So we should be able to see where it was originally. And the next one, the description, small black container hidden on the bridge. Okay, so that'll be interesting. Hidden on a bridge, upstream side of bridge. So the stream would be going down the way, so you have to go on the way it's going down. I'm assuming this is what they meant by BT had been here. I mean, you can have a look. These look like fresh cables. I don't want to touch them in case they get electrocuted. Rope, yeah, okay. So it's not there anymore. Hopefully they'll put it back. Maybe we can do, because I missed my other vlog, maybe we can do a super special vlog where I go through all the geocaches I've missed ever. I actually feel like I'm losing it. I've done 2 geocaches without the camera even being on, which shows how shot away I am. I guess I better point that there so you can actually see me. So yeah, so forgive me if I'm a little bit, you know, I don't know, crazed or whatever. So I know the locations of 2 geocaches. I might play along and pretend I'm finding them for the first time again. I'm sure you can't blame me, just to make it a little bit more entertaining for you guys. Actually, you know what? I might test you guys and see if you can find them. So I'll give you hints or whatever. See this path, and see it's kind of like an embankment down there. I'm not sure what the depth perception on this camera is, but so this entire kind of road area used to be a dam, which I thought was pretty cool. They said it in the description of this geocache. So this entire sort of, I guess dip, I guess you could call it a valley, but it's not exactly very big, was a massive lake, and the water had come through here, and I think they used it in a foundry or something to do with ironworking, and this would have been the, you know, the kind of dam that had stopped the water and funnel it into one place, which I thought was pretty cool. And the house on it's called the Forge or something. And if you listen, we are actually approaching the next geocache, which, as I said earlier, is on a bridge. Now it said it's upstream, which is true. So if you have a look, here's the water. A little bit of ambient sound for you. There's the stream. You see it's going down this way, coming out of this end. And so upstream. Now I struggled with this one. I'll tell you what, I did struggle. It didn't look like there was anything on these kind of bars. That would probably make it too obvious anyway. I looked on these kind of alcove areas, see if there was anything stuck inside there. And then I decided to look at the comments. So people, you know, they can log it. As I said earlier, they can add comments. And quite a few of them mentioned leaning over the bridge. And of course the description said don't drop it in the water, which would make sense if you're fetching it from somewhere over here. Oh, spiderweb. So I looked down there, and let's see if you can see it. I looked down here. Yeah, you see anything, guys? See anything in this picture? Anything that stands out a little bit? It's here. That's the geocache. I will open it again because I did so on camera. So here it is, opening it. Hopefully I don't drop this in the water. That would be very embarrassing. There it is. Paper in like there, like so. Close it back up. It's nice and tight so it doesn't fall in. So I found that one. So that's one of the ones I found. The second one I will probably make the last. Oh, I hit the mic there. Sorry for the the thump. The last one I will probably make the last of this video, purely because the next one after that is a multi-cache. I'll explain what that is in a minute, so don't worry. And the others like that will probably make the walk too long, because I have to walk the entire way back, don't I? So, but it does go in a circle somewhat, but it just adds more, right? So imagine this is the line that I've walked, and then the circle goes kind of round and then back on the line. So I have to walk this path no matter what. So I'll probably leave that for another day. Who knows if this video gets some arbitrary amount of views, I might and make a second parter and then revisit this path. I may also treat myself to my sandwich later on, making sure that Ford doesn't run me over. It's going the other way, thankfully, otherwise I would have had to step on here out of the way. Yeah, I might treat myself to a cheese sandwich, considering I've walked this park twice, so I'm getting a bit famished now. The second geocache is actually quite well hidden as well. I'm enjoying these. It's actually probably the most successful geocache run I've ever had personally, because I tend to not find them, to be honest with you. Maybe I'm just older and wiser now, but partly because I do them with my, oh, got to jump up. Just avoid the car. No parking. I'm not saying that to slag off the car, by the way, just notice the sign. What was I going to say? Geocache with the family, yeah. Probably because I tend to do it with the family, and we're all tired after a long time walking, so I ain't got the patience for it. Now, what else was going to... multi-caches. I was going to say that, explain what they are. Basically, multi-caches are, hence the name, a kind of a multi-staged geocache. So there's two main types from what I can think of at the moment. The first is a kind of padlocked box. Imagine there's 5 multi-caches, and the last one's the proper geocache, but the first 4 are just ways to fetch a 1-digit number. So for example, I know 1, 4, 6 and 8. And then the final multi-cache, the final stage, would be a padlocked box, and then you could use the numbers I've just said on the padlock to open said box. The second one I will explain in a minute. I just saw this mirror. I didn't see it on the way down. Love these mirrors, man. The code. Make sure you don't crash into anyone. Okay, so, and the second type is, imagine the first multi-cache is the one that actually shows up on the map, and if you go there, there'll be some method of finding coordinates for the actual geocache, which is the one with the goodies inside. And the actual geocache won't have coordinates on the map, because the only way to get said coordinates is to visit the multi-cache I just mentioned. For example, I know there are no trees here, but imagine that, let me turn you around. Imagine that telegraph pole. Imagine it had, I know, some numbers carved in it, or a sign that had some numbers on it. There may be some way to decipher said numbers into a readable coordinate that you could use. Oh, I'm slowly losing consciousness over here. Okay, decipher said numbers into a readable coordinate that you could find the actual geocache. Might treat myself to a sandwich before I find the last one, but the hint was fence posts. Now, I'm not sure if you can see the gate, but it's absolutely covered in nettles, so I assume the fence post is here and here. I'll leave you to guess which one the geocache will be in. All right, we'll name that one 1 and that one 2. You have a guess while I eat my sandwich. There's the thingy there. Oh. Last time I did this, a car came, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Speed eating, so I don't get run over. That's good. All right. Enough of that. I'll have the rest later. Can't have you watching me eat all day. So, the answer to the thing where I said what geocaches, which post. Okay. Finalize your answers now. Number 2, number 1. Oh, another car. I shouldn't be saying because I am on a public road. Let me just sort out my sandwich while I'm waiting for the car to pass. Yes. Final bit with my sandwich. Let me just. Oh, is it full now? Oh. Right. So, the answer is this post. Oh, this post. Over here. Number 1. Not number 2, so sorry to everyone that picked number 2. Now, I mean, you just kind of start looking anywhere you can find, really. But when I was originally looking, I glanced over and I saw this little, you see that? The little sliver of wire in this hole, and I thought, you know, that sounds promising. Pulled it out a little bit, and there you go. There's the geocache. I won't open it, as you can probably tell. We already know what's going to be inside. Some paper with some usernames on. So I'll pop that back in, and I'll have a little bit of wire. Oh, that's a bit deep. Little bit of wire. Oh no! Oh no! Ah, I haven't got it stuck, have I? Oh no! Wait, it's open-ended. So if anything, we just need to push it with a stick through that end. So get our stick out, push it a little bit. Maybe if we hold the stick on one end and push it through the other, and push it a little bit. That's okay. There we go. Whew. So, in conclusion, that was the vlog. I may have had to film the second part twice, but hopefully by the time I've edited everything together, it will be half decent. Now, consider watching this video here, because, you know, I made it myself and I personally think it's very good. I'm going to keep walking like this, so you can click said video, and, well, I say thanks for watching. See you next time.